what's going on? Hello, hello, hello. It's Wednesday, February 9th. My name is Jenna. This is 11:11 with Jenna. I am your 7 days, 7 nights, 14 times a week. 14 times a week. Yes, I am. I really, really am. Every day, yes. Every night, yes. 7 days, 7 nights, 14 times a week at 11:11 a.m. and 11:11 p.m. Eastern time. So if you're watching this right now live, it's happening right as you see. If you're watching it later on Facebook, just as great. Share the show. Why not? If you're watching it on YouTube, that means it might be a couple weeks old, it might be a couple months old, because it's coming up on 2 years that we've been doing this. March 24th will be the 2-year anniversary. Maybe. Am I blushing right now? I am going to go to my page, see who's here, say hello. Hi. I have 4 comments. Who's here? William D. Julie Luce. William D. Julie Luce. My peeps are here. You coming on tonight? I thought we'd do a quick hello, what's up from the Alley Girls. Alley Girls. Grace and I did marathon errand day today. We had a list we had like 8 things we were going to do. And then by the 7th thing, we hadn't even touched the list yet. So I said, Grace, let's write down what we've done so that, we can see all the stuff that we did. And then we lost the list. But Lillian had a mani-pedi booty. Then I had to go pick up. This is all, and it was so great. It was all to go pick up, like swoop, drive to this, drive through, drive to this, drive through, drive to this thing, go here, do that. Hi, everybody. It's Wednesday night. It's community night. Community night. What's community night? Community night is, whoever wants to jump on can jump on. Jeff Metzger. Oh my goodness gracious. Standing O. Ovation. I'm waiting for Patty because we haven't talked to Patty since Florida. But, well, no. See, Rob, that's what started it. Now I remember. Where did my trigger for sugar start today? Grace has these cashmere sweaters. And I think we've talked about this before. How a great way to mend cashmere. I'm talking like I have cashmere on. I have smart wool on, but it's not cashmere. It's with hair. And this woman, we know, sews with hair. So had to get the cashmere sweaters over there, but they had a bowl of candy. That's where it started. Oh my God. I've had candy like 19 times today. Intermittent with salt, because I kept going, why am I eating candy? Oh, I better eat that. Have you guys had love corn? Wow. Love corn is so good. It's sort of like corn nuts, but it's real corn. And it doesn't have a bunch of crap in it. So anyway, right, Smarties. You know how Rob sent me that candy a couple weeks ago? Ooh, there's more candy here in the house. Yes! I'm telling you. So I go into this place. It's this little tiny lady's place, and there's a bowl of heart-shaped lollipops and Smarties. You know the rolls of Smarties, you guys? Not the Smarties like in Canada. Not that the Canada ones were bad. They're more M&M like. Am I blushing right now? Anyway, so she had a roll, and I'm talking to her, and I'm like, gone. And then I go, can I take one more of these? And she goes, yeah. I go, can I take two more? Yeah. So we had the sucker and then we had the Smarties. And I haven't had sugar like that in, I don't know, since I was like 7. And yeah. Then I stopped somewhere and I got Lillian some TRATSs, and there were some gummy bears. Now, these weren't just gummy bears, these were all like Swedish fish and different stuff. So I thought Grace would like those. So I bought them for her. I feel like I'm sitting in confession right now. I just had this stuff. And I'm not drinking wine, it's pomegranate water. And lots of water since. But thank you, Rob. Now I remember the culprit. It was the Smarties. The Smarties, I'm telling you. So I need to edit the privacy and make it public. Am I blushing still? And then I'm going to go to my notes and copy my page here. But I'm just happy that you guys are here tonight. What's going on? What's happening? Who did what today? Did anyone else eat Smarties? Maybe it's like the stars are all aligned to eat sugar today. I'm telling you, because I don't do this. I was like, another rail of Smarties, please. Line me up. It's true. It's total drug. Total drug. I'm doing this other thing. I'm editing the post. Anyway, kids, what's happening? No one's saying anything. You're all so quiet tonight. Shopping. People are watching with you. What are you guys watching? Well, I don't really have, see how slippery ever since the oil spill. The great Mammina oil spill of 22. That was just a drag. I'm still mourning it's all right here on the floor. Oh, William D, thank you. Did you go on an errand spree today too, Carl? We probably were. Shoop. Where else did we go? We made a square. Oh, and went to the post office because I ordered something. I ordered this shampoo, not from the big A store, from a store. And they put me on one of those reoccurring things. I do one bottle of shampoo almost a year. You know, I use like toothpaste. You know how they always show all that toothpaste? I dated a dentist. You need about this much toothpaste. And he had nitrous. So that was fun. I'm telling you, I eat sugar and I confess I used to get gacked out on nitrous. Not all the time. But when I had a root canal, I got nitrous. I'm like, yeah, let me try this. Try that out. I wonder if my friend Jim Allen ever comes on here. He's a drummer extraordinaire. It's a good word. It's a really good word. Anyway, post office, went to Salon de Vore, saw Corinne. Yeah, us too. Stevensville, St. Joe, Benton Harbor. Almost went to Watervliet because we like to go to B&B grocery and it's small and there's usually nobody in there during the day. B&B's that groovy place where I can go find like organic stuff, frozen stuff for like 67 cents, 98 cents. It's awesome. Sometimes they have frozen organic blueberries by the pouch, and I get like 7 of them or 9. I take them all pretty much. I do. Because she likes when I do that. She goes, you really like those organic blueberries. I'm like, dude, they had wild organic blueberries and they were like $4.99 for this huge bag. So I bought 5 of the bags. Made her happy because then she could move to other stuff. It's owned by a husband and wife. It started out as a like a she started it out. She was at home and she wanted something to do because she's having kids, doing the toddler thing. And then it became she had to rent a space, and she's quite popular. Every once in a while, like they'll have weird chips like barbecued rice puffs. And you go, I love barbecue, I love rice, and I love anything puffed. I think I've nailed it. I think I'm Mama Grace. I think Bonnie Barker. I think that if I get hypnotized, maybe it's Smarties now, but I think it's puffed. I would have to get hypnotized from Andy with puffed stuff because if I eat it, pirate booty, but it's so weird because my sister Lisa is the same way. Like if there's booty in the house, shit is gone. Rice cakes, gone, girl. Not like the whole sleeve, not like a Smarties, but Lisa loves Smarties too. We have a lot of similar in fact I kind of look like my sister today. I have on a Carhartt vest, that was hers. And I had on a Carhartt hat, and we were having a conversation about Carhartt hats. They don't stay on your head. They kind of sneak, like you could pull it all the way down here, and then like 20 minutes later, it's up here, and then it's like resting on the top. Does anyone have that experience with Carhartts, or is it just a Mammina thing? I have a Carhartt. She gave it to me probably 10 years ago, and I still wear it. If you ever see the movie Beavis and Butthead, do you know? Oh, really? Have you guys watched Dirty John? Bonnie knows what I'm talking about. It's a series, Dirty John. The woman's like, ding, 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 hello. It's like watching Tinder Swindler, but apparently it's based on true, it's either a show. Not tonight. Everybody has a headache. That's fine. I'll end a little early anyway. Tomorrow morning, Michael Keel will be here, and tomorrow night is Jenna Mammina. We're going to make something. But Dirty John, have you watched, Rob, Carol, you guys watch a lot of interesting. So oh gosh, we finished Ozark. I don't watch that kind of stuff, but man, was it good. I think Jason Bateman is like, should be Father of the Year. He's like, yeah, sure, I can fix that. Honey, there's a dead body in the, sure, I got that. I got you. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. What are we doing? What are we doing? His hands in his pockets. Well, now, so Ruth, right? Ruth said I'm just going to say, I can't remember if it was WB or BW, but I was so excited to come on tonight and hang out. Only had Carhartts except construction workers. Oh, get yourself some this vest. I don't know why Lisa ever gave it to me. Because now when I wear it, she goes, oh, right, I gave that to you, didn't I? Good. Good. No, she's fine with it. I wish she would come on because I'd love to talk to Katie about this experience that we had. And I think I mentioned it on the show a while back. Katie picked me up somewhere in the Bay Area and we were driving to their house. And then we switched and I was driving and I drove into the property and Lisa's in the house. Lisa's in the house looking out the window going, did I drive with Katie to the She said she's sitting there watching herself in the car with Katie. Crazy, crazy story. Hey, is there a Cashew sighting tonight? I was sort of waiting for that, just so you know. Just so you know, I'm fine without you. Just so you know. I know I mentioned this last night, but first weekend Jazz Fest, Rolf Sturm, Jenna Mammina, second weekend Jazz Fest. This is Gem Fest. Will Bernard, Jenna Mammina. Boom. And then 2 weeks later, Rolf Sturm, Jenna Mammina, New York City. Yeah, Bonnie, imagine she's in the house at the kitchen, at the sink, at the sink in the kitchen, washing clothes. Well, we've done that. Washing the dishes, and she's looking out going, and then I got out of the car and I had on probably this vest. Yeah, I know you get it. I know, I'm sure you've seen it too. You probably, what's Jenna doing up so early? Oh, that's not Jenna, that's Lisa. I need a new anchor because I'm telling you, the oil spill has caused quite a challenge here tonight, kids. Okay, tomorrow we juice all day. Right? Allie's sister? I think it definitely was the Smarties, but maybe the big cookie I made yesterday. It was oatmeal cookie. Carbs. It's carbs. But nothing else was puffed. Sugar's a bad drug, kids. Don't start. I remember I had a teacher, he's on Facebook, Tim Kane, he was our math teacher. I had him for like 1 year because I was done with math after that. And I remember they didn't give their kid sugar till they were like 7 or 8, and then the kid didn't like it. Ladies and gentlemen, here's what I was waiting for. Rich and Cashew. The oil is it's just oil. It's called Castardi oil. You do? Hi there. Hi there. That was such a loud hello.
And the star of our show.
Hold on. Look. Okay, you're gonna have to talk because I want to get you on as speaker. Go ahead.
Oh, well, hello. It's Cashew and I calling from my daughter's LED light disco room. Can you hear us?
Cashew.
So he's chilling. He's just had a mellow evening while I've been out at my desk working and stuff. But I did promise.
Does he like being in this room? Is this like his favorite? That looks like that's the same. Lillian is right in the middle of the bed with all the blankets, and I'm like,
but yeah.
Do you mind if I get on?
Cammy didn't make her bed as usual this morning. She's at her mom's house tonight, so this is how she left her room. This is how she will come back to her room when she comes back in a few days. And and this is Cashew's space. So like if he's not chilling out in my space with me, he'll just burrow away in here for sure. Right, bud?
So cute. Hi, Cashew. Oh God, so cute. Does he have a bit of an underbite? Or is that just my fantasy? Okay.
No, he totally does, which is even better because it just makes him that much cuter when he's looking right at you. And I know we might be in a bit of a playful mood tonight, actually, because I haven't.
Will he bark?
He'll only bark at small children and elderly people.
Lillian barks at 5-year-old boys. She does not like young boys.
Neither does he. He does not like young girls either. He's indiscriminate as far as sex goes. He will bark at any young child, and he'll also bark at people like with walkers and in wheelchairs, which is not one of his better features.
I think how do I put this? I think that's an empathy thing. I think they think that it's odd to see walkers and wheelchairs.
You know what? You might be onto something there.
It makes them sort of uncomfortable, like, hey, what's this is not right.
Right. And he's trying to fix that. Yeah, you might be right. You might be right.
Because Lillian's been with my brother, my dad, and other people, and when she sees those strange things, he's so cute. Sorry, Lil.
Oh, he's moving on.
And he's athletic.
I wish I could hang on a second. I'm trying to work my device here. Hi everybody.
How's it going? Did you get a haircut?
I shaved my beard.
Oh,
that's what it was.
Okay, yeah, that's what it is.
That's why I look different. I shaved my beard.
You look so you went. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I had this come to Jesus with my brother-in-law last week. I didn't mean it to be that way, but we were talking, and he's like, "Get FaceTime with me for a second." This is when I had my beard, and I'm interviewing right now like mad for jobs in my field of tech event marketing and stuff. And he's like, and he's about 15 years my senior, so that would put him in his mid 70s, I guess. And he's a super successful, has a super successful real estate business in Louisville, Kentucky. And in any event, so he's like, he gets me on FaceTime. He's like, "You're interviewing right now? You're interviewing right now, and you're interviewing with people that are younger than you." And he's true, and he's totally right. I mean, I've been having Zoom interview after Zoom interview, and I've been like in second and third rounds with all these companies, and it's very intense and it's very competitive and all this stuff.
You're all bearded out.
And I'm old. I'm 60. And I'm I'm interviewing for jobs for people that are, half my age are interviewing for. So it's.
And are you being interviewed by 30-year-old people?
Yeah, totally.
They're like, Rich, is that Billy Strings? Wow, he's rad.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah. Also, sometimes I pull that down. Sometimes I blur my background. So I'm doing all that stuff and playing kind of the corporate game when I do that stuff. So I didn't ask for a coach, but he's been kind of coaching me on some of this stuff. And so I shaved my beard in an attempt to look a little bit younger. And now I'm dealing with my chicken neck and other sorted old.
Well, then maybe you have to do the camera from above.
Yeah, I definitely have, like on my laptop, I have my laptop elevated and do all that stuff.
Maybe a black turtleneck.
One of his yes, on a 75-degree.
Maybe some clear glasses. Get some clear framed glasses, and they'll be like, "This guy's kind of." Actually, here's my coaching tip for you.
All right, today's Jenna's coaching tip for tonight.
Cashew in the frame.
Oh, absolutely right. I mean,
dude, like,
chick magnet, job
magnet. I'm sorry. I'm just sitting here with my dog right now. My really freaking cute dog right now.
Really incredibly cute dog. And
I need to buy.
Not only have I been interviewing with people that are younger than me, but it's also been like interviewing with Land of the Babes. Like, there's so many
hot tech girls, like nerdy girls.
Attractive, nerdy girls with glasses, like the hot librarian fantasy kind of thing,
Don't know anything what you're talking about.
Oh, what happens when you let down that hair? But in any event, I digress. But so this, it's just weird coming back after COVID and kind of being in this and being in competitive jobs and interviewing for competitive jobs in the Bay Area right now. It's just very interesting time. It's a good thing I have Cashew. I'll tell you that much.
I understand. Totally.
How are you guys? How's everybody out there in internet land?
What kind of job? So events, like, you want to work at eBay, throw their parties?
Oh, well, Maybe. What I've been doing is like like I used to work for Cisco for years and took them to events like CES and set up their big stuff at CES, or I worked for Oracle for a few years and took them to big trade shows around the world and stuff like that. So that's kind of my jam, is kind of like taking tech companies and their brand and their message to the right audiences around the world, kind of thing, which is what I was doing, up until March 2020, like you. And then the bottom fell out, and it's just been, and like I've been like kind of just experimenting with stuff like you in a lot of ways since, for the last 2.5 years. And now things are starting to come back. So all of us event marketers, everyone who's kind of doing what I was doing, was consulting and didn't have steady work, is now doing what I'm doing and interviewing. And so it's very competitive. A lot of people are coming
for a real
back.
gig,
All
like
these
for
companies are hiring now. So
well, cool. Where were you during the .com?
When you say that, you mean 90s?
Yeah. I was getting gigs at eBay for $5,000.
Yeah. So
we want to have a trio during lunch today.
Right.
I learned
5K,
quick.
no problem. Like it wasn't even a thought, right? Like, yeah, I was working.
Well, the first time it was like I said 500, and then someone goes, no. Yeah. I should have asked for stock, but who knew?
Yeah, I was at the big boys. I was at Cisco and Oracle during the most of those 10 years. Yeah, so kind of riding that wave too, a little bit, for sure.
Wasn't that? Do you remember in the driving into San Francisco from the East Bay? There were so many billboards.
Driving into the city, like when you get over the bridge into the city. Yeah. There still are, and they're all reflective of the time, right? They're
during the .com though. There was like it was pollution.
Well, I agree, and what I don't think has changed is that the same number of signs is there. No, I don't think anything is less than when you lived here in terms of that. It's what I've noticed is the kind of just like the evolution of of tech, like from
buildings,
like from iPhone 6 to iPhone 13, and and this big Salesforce tower, this big massive, the big phallic, thing in the sky there that's messed up. They totally messed it up, the skyline.
He's gross. I'm sorry.
Who, Mark Benioff? The guy who owns Salesforce?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about him. I've never met him. The only thing I do know is that they're incredibly philanthropic. I don't know about him, but they seem...
No, he is. He and his wife actually do that. No, I mean, but why would he do a building like that? Like, come on. Come on.
Well, they got the hubris of it, and then the irony of how long it sat empty, over the last couple of years. And a lot of those, grand visions from those tech guys, in terms of office space. But I've been reading articles where like Google is still like doubling down in terms of the real estate investment around the world. Like they're absolutely planning on coming back to the office. So hang in there. Maybe those $5,000 gigs are going to be coming back soon.
It's going to be fun. That's how I made my second and part of my third record.
Really? That's how it funded it?
Well, yeah. I mean, it wasn't that much money, but it was, I got to make a couple of records.
So just for kind of learning's sake, compare that to like now, congratulations on your Jazz Fest gig at the hotel. Mm-hmm. So like, and that's for like a week, right? So you're doing nightly. Is that what your gig? There's gonna be like a nightly run there for the
Fridays. It's Friday, Saturday first weekend, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday second weekend.
So by contrast, you make $5,000 for a lunchtime gig at eBay.
Yeah.
What is 6 nights in New Orleans? I mean, are we even close? Is it like not comparable?
No.
Okay.
It's New Orleans after after COVID.
Yeah. It's a gig.
It's a gig, and it's a gig with two of, I think, the most spectacular guitarists out there on the planet.
Will Bernard, I mean, he's.
Well, have you seen Rolf play?
I have not. I've not seen you or Rolf play, and I have not seen you together. I've not seen you live, actually. Yeah,
Rolf is like, and I haven't played with Rolf. It'll be 2 years. In about 2 weeks, it'll be 2 years we haven't played together. And he practices 5 hours a day.
And and I heard you mention Tuck and Patty on a show the other night. Mm-hmm. Are you're friends with them, those guys?
Yes.
I don't know them, but gosh, I remember their music so well from like the Windham Hill music days back in like the early 90s. 80s. Late 80s. Like the white album covers, those really austere album covers, and the George Winston solo piano stuff. That.
That's when I was managing Ray Obiedo.
Okay.
88, 89, 90.
You were manager as well as
I've done it
all the hats that you wear.
I've done it all. I've presented. I've had a place. I've performed. I'm kind of sleepy too. Good luck finding a job. Thank you. Loving Cashew. Love Tuck and Patty. Yep. Tuck and Patty is awesome.
Have we exhausted the audience?
No, it's just, I think people are starting to do more. I anticipate this to evolve to whatever, but I think about, I think about that 11-minute and 11-second concept as the show.
Understood.
Because I still want to do it. I still want to check in.
And I've stuck with them.
Hmm?
A lot of your shows have gone well past that mark, and I've stuck with them. Sometimes.
Thank you. I think we have a good time, and I think it's a good community, and I would love to get more people to watch it. So
share away.
Share away, especially this one because you're on it, and Cashew is on. Your friends all love Cashew. They
do. It takes a village to raise a cashew. There's a last story about Cashew. I just actually I'm happy to spend some time with them. There's my dog sitter, who I had to have right when I got Cashew. I went right into the hospital like 2 weeks after I got Cashew. And then I was in the hospital for like almost 3 weeks. So Cashew had a bond with a whole set of other people while I was in the hospital, right when he was a puppy and right when I got him. And one of those people is this dog sitter. Her name is Connie. And she's kind of like she lives in my neighborhood. She's kind of like the crazy old cat lady, but the dog lady. And is known for sitting, watching other people's dogs while they're on vacation and things like that. And her house is a total disaster because of dogs all the time. She had an old dog whose name was Missy, and Missy was like 17 and just passed in the last, 3 or 4 months. And
I can't hear it.
Sorry, and Connie is really sad, and Connie's a lonely old crazy cat lady who watches dogs, and she bonded with Cashew in my time of need, a couple of years ago. So I let her hang out with Cashew anytime she wants, and sometimes I'll get a text from her like, I need some pug love, and I'm like, and she's 5 minutes away, and I bring him over for the afternoon. Sometimes he has overnights there, and I have to sleep alone, and sacrifice. But she watches him for free. She's always there for me, so I'm happy to do it. So I just got him back because he had an overnight there recently with her. So I'm happy.
Well, that's cool. I noticed you went to a concert.
You know what, Jenna? Yes, I've gone to a few. And I kind of know how you feel about these things.
No. I'm curious how it is. And I'm also curious where Cashew is when you go to these concerts.
Cashew sometimes goes and hangs out at Connie's. Sometimes he hangs out. My daughter splits her time with her mom and me, 4 nights here and 4 nights at her mom's, lives in the same.
Wait, I gotta say hi, Joshi Marshall. Come be on the show sometime. I love you. I miss you, brother. Oh, one of the best musicians from the Bay Area. Professionals in the house. Joshi Marshall. I love you.
Another Bay Area person says hello, Joshi. So sometimes Cashew spends the night at my ex-wife's.
Hey, I'm going to this rad concert tonight. Can
everybody
take care of my dog?
Yeah, we watch my dog because he can't. I mean, I will leave him alone, but I'd rather not.
The horror.
I know the horror. He hates it. His anxiety is through the roof just when I take out the garbage.
The worst. I know. Lillian's dead to lap.
I think I might have PTSD from it, actually. I think I honestly evaluate, is it worth it to get him all, hyped up just to take this garbage out right now?
Dude, there are times I don't even leave this room. I'm like, well, I can do about 7 more hours of stuff because I don't want her to get upset.
I'm so glad I'm not alone in that.
No.
Hard, twisted kind of thinking, because I'm like I am wrapped around this dog's paw like nobody's business, and it's like, oh my God.
My alley girl, Stacy, we'll start to go for a walk, and one of us will go, I forgot my mittens, or I forgot my sunglasses. And then we go, is it worth going back in the house? Because we usually take the dogs with us, but we're going on like a 3-hour walk or a 2-hour walk, and Lillian's on Grace's lap, and she's cool. Maggie is all chill, and we're like, and I'll go, okay, I just drove up, and I'm not going to go in the house yet. You want to go for a 15-minute walk? And yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so he benefits from the PTSD that he's caused me, because I'm always looking for, always, it's Cashew first, it's a Cashew first household. America first, Cashew first. Yeah. So when I go to concerts, that's where he hangs out.
So you went to a concert the other night that I know a couple other people were at.
You mean Goose?
Goose, yeah.
Goose. So I got turned on to Goose because I went to Playing in the Sand with Dead and Company 2 years ago in Mexico, and Goose was the late night band that played at the pool at the resort after the main concerts. And that's I'm a bit of a jam band snob these days. I'm old enough, I deserve it, I've earned my stripes. And most of the stuff I really don't like, actually. I mean, most of the stuff usually doesn't do it for me. But these guys were a bit of a revelation, I have to say. Their songwriting's on point, and they're great musicians, and some of the jams are pretty cool. So I do like them. For an old guy, I'm pretty much.
I've heard. I when I saw that you were there, and then couple other people I saw over there, I went, I better go listen to these guys.
What's also interesting about them is their choice of covers. They have a very eclectic choice of covers that'll range from Grateful Dead covers that are completely rearranged from what you're used to things like a 15-minute version of Electric Avenue by Eddie Grant. And it totally is
Say no more. I've been doing that stuff. I mean, that's how I roll in my world. So I totally appreciate when someone can really rearrange and make it come from their heart.
Yep. And still, do the original song justice, right? Like the melody is still there. The in this case, the funk is still there, or the reggae is even still there. They'll do all kinds of, they'll do the Pina Colada song by Rupert in the midst of like a 15-minute jam or something. So there's like these little islands of familiarity of weird pop songs that you wouldn't expect.
Goose. You guys check out Goose.
Check out Goose.
Goose, let me open for you guys. Goose.
And you would think that the mask mandate is over in California when you do attend a concert like that, just to get it out there, because you show your vax IDs, you're wearing your mask outside in line to get into the venue, and then you walk into the venue and it's as if nothing's, going on, and it's weird. And there's people I know and respect who, who work, in healthcare, who are walking around at the Goose show maskless, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this data? How am I supposed to process it? I'm walking in with my mask and trying to be, a player, and and then I'm just confronted with all this visual data that makes me feel very silly with my mask on, I have to say. And and
so then peer pressure, you feel you need to take it off?
No, well, I mean, it's a mix of things. I have some nerve damage on my face. I hate wearing my mask, so I'm pretty, I don't like wearing it anyway. So I'm always looking for an excuse to take it off. And and when there's people, seemingly intelligent people I consider more intelligent and have their lives together more than I do in any stretch, are walking around, laissez-faire, like that, then I don't know what I'm feeling. I don't know if it's peer pressure or what it is, but it's kind of like, I'm done for the next 2 hours. I have 3 shots of something in me. Let the chips fall where they may. My daughter's 13 and she's vaxxed. I'm not living with anybody that I could endanger. Right. So all that kind of stuff. It's like the only person I am risking then is myself. Dance to Goose.
Right, I get you.
So, but it's weird because I know we've had people.
Good thing that you can't get cashew sick. Because if you could get cashew sick, I'd be like, dude.
What do we know about that?
No, I'm just saying. Well, you can, but you're not going to. You're vaccinated. It's fine.
I mean, God.
It happens.
I know. No, I think I did read something about canine transmission. I mean, it just sucks. All that sucks. But it felt so good to be at live music with like-minded people. It did. And I mean, it almost brings me to tears how good it felt.
I've cried on stage a couple times. Are you going to Jazz Fest?
Probably not. It's not, to your point, it's not a stacked lineup. The only people I want to see are local New Orleans musicians there, and you. It would be the only reason why I would go.
Well, come stay at the International House, and we'll all have a party.
Man, if I can pull it off, but right now this little slag of unemployment's been a bit of a drain on all the resources. So I think I'm on the verge of landing. This old guy's on the verge of one last shot here. Good. So once I'm
telling you, drag a little, get a little black turtleneck on and drag Cashew in there, and you'll be like, what time do I get there on Tuesday morning?
Black turtleneck. I'm gonna have to see if there's a venue where I could actually pull that off. That's pretty awesome. It's so nice to catch up with you.
Thank you so much for being here. Good luck this week. I hope your uncle gets you the next.
Well, I shaved off.
Do you send them thank you notes?
Huh?
Do you send them a thank you note or a thank you email at the end?
I should because
you should.
Because I was not. I'll be honest. I was not accepting that with a lot of humility at that moment.
The thank you goes a long way. Hey, that guy with the cool dog. Actually, make a card with Cashew.
Oh, everybody loves Cashew. It'll even know his heart.
And be like, hi, this is Rich. Thanks for the interview.
The tips. Me and Cashew are taking the next rocket to the stars.
Right. You have a letter for me?
C for Cashew.
I knew you were going to do that. I agree, Carl. But anyway, oh, I'm so glad that Rich Kutchai could be here tonight. Hey, everyone, this is Cashew's dad, and I'm so happy 'cause Cashew is so rad. Yes, I believe that Cashew is the other cutie. There's Lily and Pearl and Maggie too. Gotta have a guy there, so let's just give it to Cashew. Oh yes, I just wanna say thank you all for being here tonight. So stay safe, stay healthy, be real nice, and come on back maybe once or twice. Tomorrow night, Jenna Mammina from New Orleans. Yes, tomorrow night we'll be cooking and watching her cook and talk about food. Oh yes, and Michael Keel tomorrow too. Oh yes, so for now, make those thoughts be so caring, and from your words, make them cataclysmically cool. And always, always have a beautiful night, Rich. Have a Kutchai. Cashew. Caring kind of heart. Oh, 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 oh. Love hard. Really, really hard. And watch Dirty John.